Chapter 6: Future Possibilities and Societal Impact Anti-Gravity Transport. Once a speculative dream, could become a cornerstone of human civilization by the late 21st century. Beyond transforming cities and economies, it has the potential to redefine how we live, work, and connect as a global society. This chapter peers 50 to 100 years into the future, envisioning the possibilities of a world with anti-gravity vehicles, while grappling with the societal changes, ethical dilemmas, and regulatory needs they will bring. For engineers and innovators, this is a call to shape a technology that not only defies gravity, but elevates humanity. Long-term vision: anti-gravity in 2075-2125. Imagine a world where anti-gravity transport is as commonplace as automobiles are today. What might this future look like? Global mobility networks. By 2100, anti-gravity transport could create seamless global transit systems. Cities like Dubai or Shanghai might serve as hubs for stratospheric platforms, where passengers board anti-gravity shuttles for intercontinental trips in under an hour. Engineers would need to design modular vehicles with scalable propulsion systems, integrating fusion-based energy for efficiency. Space colonization. Anti-gravity technology could revolutionize space travel, enabling low-cost launches to orbital habitats or lunar bases. A scenario in 2125 might see anti-gravity cargo ships ferrying materials to Mars colonies, reducing reliance on chemical rockets. Innovators would need to solve challenges like radiation shielding and microgravity adaptation for long-term missions. Planetary engineering. Beyond transport, anti-gravity could enable large-scale projects, such as floating cities above Venus' hostile surface or terraforming platforms on gas giants. These ambitious applications would demand breakthroughs in material science and energy management, pushing engineers to think on a planetary scale. Why it matters. This long-term vision sets a bold target for innovation. Engineers must anticipate the infrastructure, energy, and scalability needs of a world where anti-gravity is ubiquitous. Societal changes, reshaping how we live. The widespread adoption of anti-gravity transport would ripple through every facet of society, transforming daily life and global dynamics. Decentralized living. With anti-gravity vehicles enabling rapid, low-cost travel, people could live far from urban centers without sacrificing access to jobs or services. By 2080, rural areas might thrive as commuter villages, connected by anti-gravity pods. Urban planners and engineers would need to redesign housing and energy grids to support this distributed model. Global connectivity. Anti-gravity could shrink the world, fostering cultural and economic integration. A family in Nairobi might visit relatives in Tokyo for a weekend, with travel times measured in minutes. This hyperconnectivity would require robust cybersecurity for traffic, networks, and equitable access to prevent a digital divide. Workforce evolution. Traditional industries like trucking or aviation could decline, replaced by anti-gravity logistics and maintenance roles. Universities might offer degrees in gravitational engineering, training workers to manage 3D navigation systems or energy cores, creating new career paths for millions. Why it matters. Societal shifts will drive demand for anti-gravity technology. Engineers must design systems that are inclusive and adaptable, ensuring benefits reach all corners of society. Ethical questions. Balancing progress and responsibility. As with any transformative technology, anti-gravity transport raises profound ethical challenges that must be addressed. Access and inequality. Who will have access to anti-gravity vehicles? If priced like luxury jets, they could exacerbate inequality, creating a divide between those who float and those grounded. A scenario in 2075 might see protests in developing nations demanding affordable anti-gravity transit, urging engineers to prioritize cost-effective designs. Environmental ethics. While anti-gravity could reduce emissions, its energy demands or gravitational fields might disrupt ecosystems. For example, high-altitude fleets could affect migratory birds or ozone layers. Innovators must conduct rigorous environmental impact studies and develop mitigation strategies, such as low-energy propulsion or field dampeners. Weaponization risks. Anti-gravity technology could be militarized, enabling stealth vehicles or devastating weapons. A hypothetical arms race in 2090 might involve anti-gravity drones, raising questions about global security. Engineers must advocate for peaceful applications and work with policymakers to limit misuse. Why it matters. Ethical foresight ensures anti-gravity serves humanity's best interests. Engineers must collaborate with ethicists and communities to design technology that is equitable, safe, and sustainable. Regulatory needs. Governing the skies, a world with anti-gravity transport will require robust regulations to ensure safety, fairness, and stability. Global standards. By 2075, international bodies like the United Nations or a new Global Aerial Authority might set standards for anti-gravity vehicle design, including energy efficiency, safety redundancies, and emissions limits. Engineers would need to comply with these while pushing for innovation-friendly policies. Airspace management. Coordinating millions of anti-gravity vehicles will demand a new traffic paradigm. Decentralized AI networks, possibly using quantum communication, could assign dynamic flight paths, but regulators must ensure privacy and prevent hacking. A scenario in Singapore might show a city-state pioneering such systems, setting a global model. Liability and safety. Accidents involving anti-gravity vehicles could be catastrophic. Regulations might mandate redundant systems and emergency protocols, like auto-landing zones. Engineers must design vehicles that meet these standards without compromising performance. Why it matters. Regulations will shape anti-gravity's adoption. Engineers must engage with policymakers to create frameworks that balance safety, innovation, and public trust. Conclusion. The future of anti-gravity transport is a canvas of possibilities: floating cities, instant global travel, and space colonies painted with the challenges of societal upheaval, ethical dilemmas, and regulatory complexity. For engineers and innovators, this chapter is both a vision and a responsibility to design technology that not only defies gravity but uplifts society. By anticipating these impacts and collaborating across disciplines, you can help ensure anti-gravity transport becomes a force for progress, not division. Next steps, in Chapter 7, will conclude with a call to action, recapping the science, engineering, and societal stakes, and urging engineers to lead the charge toward an anti-gravity future.